So, welcome to the stage, the first act of this section. It's Jonny Meatballs. On the count of three, 1, 2, 3. Please start clapping up and cheers for Jonny Meatballs!
Fucking finally, Jesus Christ. Hello everyone, my name is Jonny. It's very nice to be here. I'm from York. If you can't find your car, mate, I'll give you a lift. Yeah, I'm from York, but my mum is from Newcastle and my dad is from Surrey, which is why I've got a middle-class voice and a working-class face. My mum votes Labour, my dad votes Conservative. Less of a marriage, more of a coalition. I do feel lucky to come from York, though. It's a really nice city. I did a gig in Castleford once. Fucking hell, even the staffies are in tracksuits. Castleford is a city where you can sleep with a MILF and still get arrested for underage sex. I like a drink, but I do overdo it sometimes, I've got to admit. I went to the pub after work once, had like 6 or 7 pints of Stella. I was heading home in a taxi, pissed as a fart, threw up everywhere. And it was at that moment I realised I am not cut out to be a taxi driver. Whiskey's my favourite. I love whiskey. And I love women, because I like my whiskey like my women. Strong, powerful, independent, and at least 16 years old. If you think that's awful, that's not awful. That's the law. I went to a school where theology was compulsory, GCSE. I used to think it was a waste of time, but now I actually carry a Bible with me wherever I go. Reading the Bible is a wonderful way to stop people sitting next to you on the bus. I remember Leviticus 20:13, when a man lies with another man as with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. Well, I got to disagree for 2 reasons. Firstly, there's nothing wrong with a bit of bowling around the wicket. And secondly, as my old school motto said, impudicus solus recipio. You're only gay if you take it. But my favourite bit of the Bible is when Jesus goes into the desert for 40 days and 40 nights to try and discover himself, sort of like a mini gap year. Because Jesus' gap year is exactly like most English girls' gap years. They both go wandering in foreign lands, they both get hassled by strangers, and they both end up getting nailed by Italians. All right, I think that's enough blasphemy for one night. Let's talk about something a bit more wholesome. So Tinder, then. I signed up for Tinder years ago. My friends all told me, don't worry, it's not all about casual sex, but I signed up anyway. Age range 18 to 21, radius 100 miles, let's go. I was chatting to one of my matches on Tinder, and she came up with that old chestnut. I want to be financially supported. I said, you're joking, aren't you? Have you seen my profile photos? I can barely financially support myself. But Tinder's changed a lot in the last year or so. These days, there's a lot of trans women on Tinder, and a lot of them are really beautiful. But it's been a steep learning curve. These days, you send a girl a dick pic, they send one right back. You didn't like that one. Fucking hell, they didn't like that. All right, let's swiftly move on then. I met my girlfriend on Tinder. She's slightly older than me, to put it mildly. I tell you what, you know you're going out with an older woman when you have to help her on with her knickers rather than off. She's one of those sort of crusty hippie types, you know. She doesn't shave. She likes to keep it au naturel. When she's naked, she looks like Hagrid doing a handstand. She once gave me a blowjob when we were doing 70 down the motorway. I wouldn't have minded, but she was driving. And she's a terrible driver. She always stalls a car at the lights.
Jonny Meatballs beats the frog. Controversially beats the frog with the... I just...